Gino, first off, thank you for making the first video that I have wanted to respond to in quite the while. If only because you presented your argument rather intelligently and weren't just doing what the majority of people who are talking about this issue do and just say, fuck this, man, I don't want to fucking, no, don't you ain't fucking touching me. I mean, just stupid shit. It's been all over the news. I keep hearing everybody talk about it, and it's become the new version of don't tase me, bro, you know? Me? I haven't flown since September 11th, and there's reasons behind that. I was watching the entire thing on TV. First tower fell. I was like, oh! Second tower fell. I turned to my girlfriend at the time, and I said, this is going to change air travel forever. Period. I was right. You know, I mean, granted, I've never really gone too many places to begin with. Well, there's been a few, but for the most part, I enjoy road trips anyway, so I usually don't bother with air travel anyway. And I haven't, again, since September 11th. And just to point your attention to lights right yonder, there are cops at my neighbor's door. That's fucking awesome. But anyway, but just the issue as I see it. After September 11th, air travel resumed, and the American people demanded that something be done to make them feel safer, and they did it. Do I like the idea of a full body scanner where pictures of my naked body are being taken? I'm not too thrilled about it. I mean, even when me and my girlfriend are getting ready to have sex and there are candles going and shit like that, and we got the whole thing going on, the second the clothes start, coming off, I can't blow candles out fast enough. The American people wanted things like this. Maybe they were very vague as to the specific measures they wanted, but they wanted to feel safer. Well, I would imagine that aside from being pissed off, going through a full body scanner and begrudging that, being frisked, would make you feel pretty safe. Again, although you're pretty fucking pissed. Personally, I don't think we should have any of it. But then again, I'm fatalistic that way. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. The chances of me dying at the new September 11th is about as much as me getting cancer, or about as much as me stepping off a curb and getting hitting by a truck. Then again, I'm in somewhat, not necessarily a unique position, but the position where I'm not afraid to die. Granted, I don't want to, but when it comes, fuck it. I'll fight, but I'm not going to begrudge death its toll. And again, I haven't traveled since September 11th, and there are specific reasons why. I'm very much my personal bubble. I don't like it when people violate my personal bubble. Beautiful woman, that's kind of different. You know what I mean? I'm not in an airport environment. Like, for instance, if, I don't know, tweaked out bunny ended up grabbing my ass, I'd be cool with that. You wouldn't hear me bitch too much about that. But that was such a cheap jab. It really was. It was such a cheap kind of like, hey, whatever. Anyway, I've been drinking, if you could tell. The fact is that the second someone violates my personal bubble, my first instinct is to swing. Now, outside of an airport setting, that's not really going to be that big of an issue, because usually someone touches you without you wanting them to, that's assault. And, by doing something like that, you're simply defending yourself. Not so at an airport. Someone violates my personal bubble, I start swinging, I'm doing jail time. And then it goes all on the news about the terrorist plot that was foiled because someone ended up taking me down. Like, I understand, and I'm not criticizing you, I'm saying generally. I think that you want to be safe and everything, but, if you want the absolute best safety to happen for you, these are things that need to be done. And again, I don't agree with them, which is why I don't travel by air. But then again, it's also really scary when you consider that, for example, if there was a nuclear weapon that was going to be detonated somewhere, obviously they're not going to transport it by air. And it's a lot easier to get from point A to point B in a car, or a truck, or a van. And personally, I'm of the mind that they've already shown that trick. You know, the flying planes in the buildings and shit. They've already shown that trick. I don't think we're going to be seeing that again. Personally, you know, all this stuff, in my opinion, is kind of token and meaningless to me. Because if someone wants to kill you, they're going to find a way. And if you happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the right time, as it happens, there's no amount of safety that's going to stop that. So I personally think there needs to be some kind of readjustment of what the American people are willing to give up to be safe. An example of this would be marbles. I haven't seen marbles sold in such a long time because stupid kids were swallowing them. Now, there's a kind of a Darwinian thing that goes on here, at least in my mind, that a fucking retarded kid who swallows too many marbles and dies won't grow up to have stupid kids of his own that swallow marbles. I mean, you know? And as a result, for the most part, they took marbles off the market. How much is too much? You know? And I pretty much say the same thing that I say to everybody. Vote with your wallet. You know, you don't want to be groped. Find an alternate method of transportation. Do I agree with it? No, but then again, I don't agree with any of it. You know, going back to pre-9/11, I mean, granted, you had the random frisking here and there, you had the random scan here and there, but it wasn't safe. And just because some dickhead in a cave had the idea, hey, let's take a plane and put it into a building. He got his money for it. Just about every single American in this country is absolutely scared shitless. And now some people are starting to get pissed about it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. It's a little bit more than 2 cents, I suppose. So, yeah, later.